The Spy Who Dumped Me. So The Spy Who Dumped Me is a spy comedy starring Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon. Mila Kunis has this boyfriend, turns out he's a spy. He gets wasted, they're on the run with a package, which just wraps them into this spy adventure. I thought Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon were fine, and if I'm being honest, Kate McKinnon at this point, I'm like, alright, I've seen her character. I feel like she basically does a lot of the same characters at this point. So this movie, she wasn't so much an exaggeration of a human being that she usually is. Has some moments of that, but that wasn't the basis of her character in this movie, so I appreciated that. I will say the comedy in this movie doesn't always land for me. It's 50-50. I could flip Two-Face's coin to see if I liked it or not. But when the movie's not trying to be funny, that's when it's most funny, which is what I've heard some people say about my channel, which I get. But if I'm giving credit where credit is due, some of the action sequences in this movie, pretty good. They're more becoming of an actual attempt at an actual spy film. Not a comedy that's, oh, by the way, it's a spy film. Some of the hits in one of the car chase sequences, I was like, this is like it's out of a Mission Impossible movie. That's not to say this movie has the brains of a Mission Impossible movie. At a point in this movie, Kate McKinnon's character did start to annoy me a little bit. Kate McKinnon's character does walk a line for me as to whether or not I'm gonna write them off as a complete idiot. I know they're not supposed to be efficient because they're not spies at all. They're normal human beings who've been wrapped up in this thing. But a couple of times near the end, she makes a couple of calls where I'm like, don't do that. Do not do that thing. And she does that thing. The movie does feel a bit too long. It does show cinematic relativity when it comes to runtime. You can have a movie that's 3 hours long that feels just right, whereas you can have a movie that's an hour and a half long that feels too long. It feels padded with garbage it doesn't need. And that usually comes from how a movie delivers its beginning, middle, end. Its setup, climax, conclusion. So when I saw a seemingly beginning, middle, and end arc play out in this movie, I was like, all right, we're done, because it seems like it's been on for 2 hours. That's how my brain picked it up, because I saw an entire cinematic arc. Then I checked my watch, I was like, oh, this movie's been on for just over an hour. And at that point, the movie instantly seemed too long. I felt like I was at my destination. Turns out when I asked, are we there yet? I was met with the answer, we're halfway there. Guys, in the end, The Spy Who Dumped Me, it's like an amalgamation that was half-ass on everything. Except the action. It was pretty good there. But it's not funny enough to stand out as a comedy. It's not clever enough to stand out as a spy movie. And it doesn't have enough of the great action in it to say it's actually an action movie. It's pretty middle of the road, kind of forgettable. In fact, I'm not gonna remember the movie in T-minus a couple days. Yep, already forgot. All right, so The Spy Who Dumped Me, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's your favorite spy comedy? Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. It's totally gotcha, isn't it? I know it's gotcha. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.